This is breaking news.
As we had indicated before, we're back to brief you. It's about 7:15. There have been a little bit of additional information. The investigation is still ongoing, so it's still a developing case, but I'm going to turn it over to Chief Spagnola to fill you in on what we know at this point.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. As we know, at 4:40 p.m. approximately, Waterbury Police were called to the Brass Mill Center Mall on a report of a disturbance. Responding officers found victims of gunfire. We do know that there were 5 victims that were struck by gunfire here. They were all transported to local area hospitals where they received treatment. Thankfully, currently, there is no fatal issue with this particular incident. They're all receiving great care here in the city. We are working with the state police and our federal law enforcement partners to clear the mall, to make sure that we do a thorough investigation in the mall. There were some people that sheltered in place. It was really amazing to watch people in this time of crisis keep cool heads and follow plans and shelter in place. We've been able to escort them out. Our detectives are interviewing those folks right now and identifying them. We have a team of investigators working with the state police, the FBI, and the ATF that are working on collecting video evidence and other digital evidence that's assisting us in this investigation. We do not believe this was a random act of violence. We believe this started as a conflict and it escalated. We do know that there was one gunman at this time we've identified. That gunman was armed with a semi-automatic pistol. We recovered some evidence on the scene that's assisting us in identifying the type of weapon that was used, and we're hoping to identify the shooter through our investigative means and our forensic technology. There's really nothing more that I have to report to you at this time. This is going to be a very lengthy and ongoing and active investigation. If we do follow up with more information later, we'll send out a press release and we'll let you know where we'll provide that information to you. There were no extra duty officers at the mall. Mall security was there. There were officers obviously working the area, but not inside the mall at the time of the shooting.
The gunman was identified, but was he arrested?
I'm sorry?
Is the gunman in custody?
The gunman is not in custody.
Was it toddler shot? What are the ages?
No one that was under the age of 18, to the best of my knowledge. I'll have to get back to you on that, though. I don't have that.
Describe how hard it is to clear a mall this size. You see state police still arriving.
Correct. It's incredible. It takes a lot of staffing. We're also using canines to assist us in this process. It's just we're going store by store, very methodical, making sure that we just cover every nook and cranny.
This wasn't a random act of violence, is the thinking that the victims and the gun person knew each other?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Did the shooter and the victims know each other?
We believe so, yes. The information is leading to that, yes.
What would you tell people who, see the scene at the mall, probably going to think about going to the mall, have plans to go to the mall? What would be your message to them about, safety?
Right. I think that in this situation, the people that were in the mall, the consumers that were at the mall, did an incredible job of keeping themselves and their families safe. The mall staff did an incredible job of keeping everyone safe. I think they mitigated a lot of what could have been a really bad incident here. These acts occur. Unfortunately, it's the society we live in at times, but we can't let it get us down. We just have to make sure that we forge forward and we are just very aware of our surroundings and we stay safe.
Can you share an age of the shooter?
I can't really. Early 20s, potentially. A male, yes.
It's a pretty big mall. Do we know, have any leads of where they could have gone, or
We definitely are working on locations where they entered and exited the mall. We've been able to identify some of that information to this point.
Do you believe the public's in danger if the suspect hasn't been caught yet?
I don't think so at this point in time. Listen, there's always a risk, but I don't believe that the public is in danger. If anyone sees anything that's suspicious or out of the ordinary, we do encourage them to call their police department or their local police department or the Waterbury Police Department.
Police have to escort the paramedics in, treat them, and how did you get the victims out? Were they able to walk? Because that's
right. No. So police personnel were able to escort EMS and firefighter first responders to render medical aid to the victims.
Do you know what their conditions are? Is it life-threatening injuries, or are they in
I don't have an update on all the conditions. Some are more serious than others. None are fatalities at this point in time. I can't comment any further than that, though.
I mean, there was a shooting at this mall about a year and a half, 2 years ago, right around the same area. I mean, is this like an ongoing trend, or is this just like two different, like separate incidents?
It's not an ongoing trend. That was a conflict. That was not a random act of violence. The people were held responsible for that. Were taken into custody. And that incident happened, as you said, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. There has not been an incident similar to that. The mall's fairly quiet most of the time.
How quickly did law enforcement get here when you guys heard about the...
Oh, within minutes. I don't have an exact time, but it was very, very fast.
Do you know where exactly in the mall this shooting appears to have happened? Was it like food court area or anything?
No, it was not in the food court area. It was kind of in the central area of the mall.
Is the mall expected to be open tomorrow?
I can't comment on that. We are working with management. They're here on scene with us. It's going to be their call.
How many suspects are there, do you know?
Currently, we believe there's one gunman, one suspect, potentially someone that assisted that gunman.
With the second shooting here, is there any talks of like extra security or like improved security or anything?
We have a good relationship with the mall management and the mall owners. They'll certainly be in my office and the mayor's office tomorrow.
Did you recover the gun at all, or is it still out there, or just basing it on like what casings are?
We've recovered a lot of evidence at this time. Our forensics team is just able to get in there now as certain sections of the mall are cleared, and we have covered a lot of evidence to this point that's helping us with this investigation.
Does that include the firearm, or?
We have recovered some evidence that deals with a firearm, but I can't go into further specifics right now. Okay? All right, thank you all. I appreciate it.
This has been breaking news.